It all began with Steph Curry. In the early 2010s, Steph Curry redefined what was possible on a basketball court. His ability to drain shots from way beyond the arc was mesmerizing and made everyone think differently about spacing, ball movement, and where a good shot starts. The Warriors, driven by Curry's insane shooting, sparked a three-point revolution that fundamentally changed the entire game of basketball. Teams suddenly prioritized spacing the floor and running offenses that lived and died by the deep ball. From 2016 to 2020, the NBA's collective three-point attempt rate, basically how often teams are choosing to shoot threes, exploded from 28 to 38% as everyone tried to catch up to the Warriors. The focus of threes made basketball more perimeter-oriented than ever before. But then, something interesting happened. Over the next 4 years, from 2020 to 2024, the growth slowed dramatically. It felt like the three-point revolution had stabilized, and that the league had found a happy medium at around 39% for three-point attempt rate. But this season, that happy medium has been shattered. We're witnessing what I call a second three-point revolution, one that's almost more extreme and driven by a younger generation of stars. Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Maxey, LaMelo Ball, and Jason Tatum are at the forefront of this new surge. They're each launching more than 11 three-pointers per game. And to put that into context, Edwards, for example, has almost doubled his attempts from last year, shooting over 11 threes compared to just 6.7 a season ago. Joe Mazzulla, head coach of the Boston Celtics, is another key figure driving this revolution. Right now, the NBA's average three-point attempt rate sits at 41.9%. If you exclude Boston's absurd shooting numbers, it drops slightly to 41.3%, but either way, it's the highest in league history. Last year, the Celtics led the league with 47% of their shots coming from deep. That was already unprecedented. Now this year, 7 teams, including Boston, Minnesota, Chicago, Orlando, Brooklyn, Golden State, and Charlotte, are all shooting more than 47 of their shots from 3. This isn't just a Boston thing, it's a full-blown league-wide evolution. So yes, we've heard that there's more threes than ever before, but this year it actually feels different. Let's look at Jason Tatum for example. When Tatum entered the league, 27% of his shots were from 3, 34% from mid-range, and 39% at the rim. Now, 6 years later, in 2024-2025, 54% of his shots come from 3. That's nearly doubled, and his mid-range has dropped from 34 to 19%, and shots at the rim have dropped from 39% now to 28%. Compared to his rookie season, his shot profile has completely changed. And it's not just Tatum. Like I mentioned before, a bunch of other young players are leading the charge. Anthony Edwards has attempted 4.7 more threes per game this season compared to last year. Other players like Tyrese Maxey have jumped 3.7, Jason Tatum, like I mentioned, 3.4, RJ Barrett, 3.1, SGA 3, LaMelo Ball 2.7, Kobe White 2.3, Jalen Green 2.2, and Paolo Banchero 2. And these are all super young players that are a part of the league's future. Let's take a look at the threes attempted per game from young stars. A young star in this example is someone who's 26 years old or younger and has averaged at least 20 points per game. That number has jumped from 6.1 attempts per game last season to 8.2 attempts per game this season. In just one season, this is such a huge shift, and a jump this big was last seen in the 2016 season, caused by Steph Curry. Another interesting fact is the type of threes that people are shooting. The percentage of unassisted threes are on the rise, and more players are attempting pull-up threes rather than catch-and-shoot looks. In fact, nearly half of all pull-up attempts this season are coming from beyond the arc, up from 42.5% from the last 5 years. This kind of evolution is reshaping how stars think about shot selection. We're seeing the emergence of a new playstyle, where young stars like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, an MVP candidate who's known for slashing into the lane and driving, he's even prioritizing three-point shots over rim attacks. And SGA isn't even super efficient from 3 for his entire career, and he's changing his playstyle and adding the 3 to his arsenal. SGA has led the league in drives per game for 4 straight years, but now he's driving to the basket 5 fewer times per game, and he's embracing more threes instead. I think some of these adjustments are also strategic. Players and teams are thinking long term. Taking pull-up threes has less wear and tear on a player's body. A guy like Anthony Edwards or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander who's always driving, slashing to the rim, it's just going to hurt a young player's body much more. This could even be a response to recent deep playoff runs, Olympic summers, and just the toll that high-impact seasons have taken on stars' bodies. We've seen guys just not be able to play at that high level at 82 games per year, so this could be young stars noticing that and just adjusting to it. So what does this actually mean for the NBA style? While this new wave is shocking, there are concerns about stylistic uniformity. The league has always thrived on diversity of playstyles. Seeing DeRozan bully his way to mid-range buckets or watching Zion Williamson power through defenders for dunks adds variety to the game. If every young star starts taking 8 or 9 threes a game, that might just be lost. Still, it's not time to panic. Players are figuring out the right balance. Anthony Edwards, for instance, shot 13 threes per game early on, but has since scaled back a bit, kind of finding that balance. And as much as the three-point shot has defined this era, basketball remains a game of constant evolution. But one thing is clear, the NBA's second three-point revolution is here, and is being driven by the league's brightest young talents. Thank you guys for watching today's video, where I talked about the NBA's second three-point revolution and what it means for the game of basketball moving forward. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Here are a couple other videos you should watch on my channel, and I'll be back with another basketball video soon. Peace.